Come on. Now we'll start with the limitation of the dimension analysis. Dimension does not depend on magnitude, so they dimensionally, if given the expression is correct, fine, if the given expression is correct, it does not mean that the expression is mathematically correct. Now what does it mean? Suppose we have the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Fine, you know it is a dimensionally correct equation. Even homogeneity principle says it is correct. Fine, and S is equal to ut plus 1 upon 380 square is given to us, but still it is correct dimensionally. But mathematically it is not correct, because in dimension analysis 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 3 we take dimensionless. Fine, so we can say dimensionally this is both are correct, but mathematically this is correct, this is not correct. Fine, so this is first limitation. Second limitation is the constant which have no dimension cannot be deduced by dimensional analysis. Fine, do you get any value of pi there? How you derive the value of pi? Will you derive anything, or it say anything about constant E, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19? Or does it say anything about 1, 2, 3? What are the terms, like in you know that in energy we have half mv square. Fine, in energy formula, that is kinetic energy, we write half mv square. We take half is dimensionless. Fine, did it say anything about half? We said it is dimensionless. Fine, so this is another limitation. It says nothing about constants. Fine, then the next is, it does not tell whether a physical quantity is vector or scalar. Suppose I have given you this example. Suppose this dimension is there. We know this is a dimension for speed. This is a dimension for velocity also. Did this dimension say that whether the velocity, it's the velocity or the speed, whether it's a scalar or vector? Did it say anything about the vector quantity and scalar quantity? No. Fine, so this is another limitation of dimension analysis. Next is, it say nothing about the expression which contains the trigonometric functions like sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, even the exponential form. Fine, it say nothing upon the exponential form. Suppose this equation is given, p is equal to p0 exponential minus alpha t square. Fine, so we take this part as constant or dimensionless. Fine, because it say nothing about the exponential part, so this is taken as dimensionless. Even the logarithm forms, it is dimensionless. So this is another limitation of dimension analysis. Fine, next is, for a given dimension the physical quantity may not be an unique, as many physical quantity has the same dimension. Suppose I give you the dimension m1 L2 t minus 2, we know it is a dimension for the work also, it is a dimension for kinetic energy also, it is a dimension for the torque also, it is a dimension for potential energy also. Fine, so you know that the same dimension is applicable for many physical quantities. So how can we say that the dimension of physical quantity is unique? Fine, so this is another limitation of the dimension analysis. Then see another example given to us, angular momentum. Angular momentum is L is equal to mvr. Fine, and the Planck constant, that is E is equal to hf. Here h is the Planck constant, so we write it is energy upon frequency. You find that this dimension is same, and then it is not unique. How can you know whether it is a Planck constant or it is an angular momentum? Fine, next is, the method of the dimension cannot be used to derive the relation other than the product of the power function. It means that with the dimension analysis I cannot derive this equation. Fine, you can check the validity of the equation, but you cannot derive it. Correctness can be checked, taking half as constant. Fine, you can take that, and homogeneity principle can be applied, but cannot derive it. Why? Because ut plus half at square is impossible to derive this part. Even if this physical quantity, suppose one equation has been given to us, y is equal to 2a sine omega t. We know that this is a formula for the waves, fine, or oscillations, but we cannot derive it because sine is a dimensionless quantity. Then how can we derive using dimension analysis? Fine. Next is, the method of the dimension cannot be applied if the if one physical quantity in mechanics depends upon more than 3 physical quantities. फाइन, अगर 3 से ज़्यादा फिजिकल क्वांटिटी पे कोई फिजिकल क्वांटिटी डिपेंड है, फाइन, लाइक टाइम पीरियड इज गिवन टू अस, it depends upon inertia, mass, gravitational acceleration and length, it is more than 3. So it does not depend upon, it is very difficult to find out the dimension and use the dimension analysis, cannot derive it. If it is less than 3 or 3, it is okay, otherwise more than 3 it is not possible. Again, this is a limitation of dimension analysis. I hope you understand this. Thank you.